Good afternoon, I'm Paul, and welcome back to the channel. Well folks, we are definitely in our Florida weather pattern. It has been raining non-stop here the past couple days, so much so that I wasn't able to get down to Fort Lauderdale where I wanted to go this week to do another city tour video. And right now I'm actually getting a brief bit of sunshine, a little bit of a dry spell, I guess, or a dry period before the rain comes, but the clouds are already getting dark and gray as I'm driving through this neighborhood and speaking to you. So, being the professional that I am and not wanting to leave you without a video this weekend, I thought, what is something that I could show my audience that they would be interested in? And being that a lot of you are still thinking about moving to South Florida, I thought, why not a tour through a neighborhood? This is a gated community. It actually has a semi-private golf course. You don't have to join. There's no membership, but it's a great golf course. I actually played my first 9 holes of golf ever about a week ago on that golf course. But today I'm going to take you through Winston Trails here in Lake Worth, Florida, and we're just going to drive through and show you this nice neighborhood, and we'll talk about how it was developed and what the price points are and stuff like that. Winston Trails is located here in Lake Worth, Florida, which is in the western part of Palm Beach County. It's a gated community with about 1,900 homes. The community was built around a championship golf course back between 1993 and 2002. And what's unique about it is there's about 18 different villages. So you have all these different sections of homes that you can choose from. It's a great community. And as we go through, we'll talk about prices and the HOA and all that. But you have this really nice community that's fully gated with parks and green spaces like this one behind me. And then in the center of it, you have an 18-hole championship golf course. So back here, you can see a lot of the homes, and this area is known as Las Colinas Village. And that's just one of the 18 villages they have throughout the community. But you can see it's really green, a lot of foliage. It's a really pretty community. Some of the home builders out here were Westbrook Homes, K. Havanian, and Pulte Homes. So there's quite a few, I think 5 or 6 different builders. And you have Mediterranean style homes, and then you have some golf course community homes that'll be right on the golf course and a lake. So you can see these are some of the homes that are here, and they've done a really good job of keeping this community kept nice. It's one of my favorite communities. I've sold a couple of homes in here for people, and I've helped a couple people buy in here. And one of the nice things about it is it's so well kept and such a large community that it feels like a little city. There's parks and playgrounds for the children. Again, you got the golf club that you can go and play golf and not be a member, or you can actually be a member if you want to join. And I'll talk about some of those prices in a little bit. But just a nice community, well designed, with lots of green spaces. And one of the things that's always been really attractive for this neighborhood is that you see there's lots of sidewalks, so you'll see a lot of people out here walking their dogs. It's also super pet friendly. They don't have a lot of the restrictions that a lot of HOAs do, and they're out here walking. There's kids and people out riding their bikes. As you see the sidewalk I'm walking on right now, and it goes all the way down there, and there's actually someone riding their bike right there. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hop in the car. Let's go drive around. Like I said, there's a lot of different little communities, and we'll talk some home prices. We'll drive by some of the different areas. You'll see how big it is, and just give you sort of a visual tour of Winston Trails. So if this is something you're thinking about, if this is something you'd like to look at, and especially if you're a golfer, like I said, the golf course is nice, and they have like a summer special right now. I think it's $2.99, and then there's another one for like $4.99, and I'll get some more details about that. It was designed by Joe Lee. He's a famous course designer. So, and as I said, I played my first 9 holes of golf ever because I have a friend who lives here named Carlos, and he brought me out and we played some golf one evening, and it was nice. Great golf course. I'm looking forward to playing the full 18. But let's hop in the car and go cruise around. So this is Las Colinas Village, as I mentioned, and see, it's got nice sidewalks and lots of big trees. It is really a pretty community. And there's all sizes of homes here, from 2-bedroom, 2 baths to large 5-bedroom, 4-bath homes. You can see here some of the larger ones over here. Some of the homes, like the ones we were just looking at back there, are on the water. They'll have like a little lake. And then you're gonna have other homes that are going to be on the golf course. I think I sold that house right there. Actually, I did. That was my buddy's house that I sold, Richard's house. I sold that for him and his wife. I helped him buy it, and then we sold it. And then he came back recently, and I helped him buy a condo in Century Village. He's gonna stay there for a few years, and then eventually look for another house. So I made a mistake. There are no 2-bedroom, 2-baths. Actually, the smallest home available is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And the home prices for what's on the market right now, you can find something that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for as low as $292,500. And there's the most expensive home on the market is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, and it's priced at $950,000. By the way, there's the entrance to the golf course and the club, and they have a restaurant there called Winston's. You can actually go up and grab a bite there. They have a nice driving range. We drive through. By the way, when I mentioned the prices earlier, that little summer special, the $299 and $499, $299 is a special for a single, and then $499 is for a family. So, and I think that gets you unlimited range balls for driving, and some discounts on your tee times and playing and whatnot. So, but like I said, it is a large community as we swing around. The HOA varies, so each little community has its own separate HOA. But I spoke to the agent a while ago, and the house that's listed for $950,000, which is the most expensive house in the community, that house has a pool, which was just redone, some impact windows. She said it's really nice, a newer roof. But the HOA is only $280 a month. So, and you pay quarterly. So that's not bad. And that $280 a month gets you access to these tennis courts as well. This is on another part of the community. And then you get a swimming pool, which no one's using because it's raining today. And then you have a little tot lot back there. Let's go over here to Newport Village. I've actually never driven through this section before, but it's kind of nice how you pull up and it's got the green space right there. Good old American flag right at the entrance. Celebrating 250 years of independence this 4th of July. Should be a pretty fun summer. Hey, we got some crazy squirrels running out in the street. So you see a lot of the homes here, they're all CBS construction. A lot of them have these barrel tile roofs that you see, or the, maybe not barrel tile, but the tile roofs. I think those are barrel tile. They look like that. And some of the homes, like I said, maybe a little smaller. These homes aren't quite as big as the other section we were in. A lot of landscaping going on today, all over the place. There's a house with solar panels. So that one's on the golf course. So these homes back here, they have the golf course right behind them. Actually, my friend lives on the 7th hole. It's my home inspector buddy. I need to go by his house and get some golf balls. He said he has lots of extra golf balls. He doesn't play. So that's where we just came from a minute ago. That's the swim and racket center. Now they do have a capital contribution one time that you pay. That's basically a fee of your monthly HOA fee, quarterly payment, times 4. And so they'll make you pay that one time when you move in, and that goes towards, keeping the grounds nice and the pool and the playground, and basically just keeping it a nice looking community, which I said they've done a great job of doing. To the right here, you see that exit sign. There is one extra exit you can go out of, but it's only like certain times of the day, and it's also only certain times of the day you can come in. I'll pop the camera so it's kind of back that way. Maybe you can't see it. But then the other entrances are, as I said, one going this way and one back by the clubhouse. And I hope you're getting a good sense of what this community is like. And if you like this kind of video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and tell me, Hey, Paul, we really enjoy these kind of videos as well as your city tours, but this kind of gives you a real perspective of what a neighborhood looks like, right? I'm driving through it, showing you guys what the area looks like, the different neighborhoods. You can see we can go over that way to a community. Those are some bigger homes. You've got another section over here called the Greens on Lake Nona. Actually, you can see some of the lake over there. So I had some clients that I helped to buy on that side. And after a few years, they sold and moved back to Texas. And then one of my old clients still lives in the house somewhere over there that I helped them buy over 10 years ago. And they love all the appreciation that they've earned on that property. They bought it at a good time, and the prices went up after that. But like I said, one of the things I really like about this neighborhood and this community is how green it is. It's just really pretty. They have lots of great trees, like that one right there. And they do a really good job of keeping the sidewalks nice and just the community as a whole. Skip this neighborhood. Too much lawn work going there. I'm videoing, so there's always going to be lawn work, right? That's typical for me. And as you see down the end there, there is the other entrance and exit to the community. That's on Haverhill Road. These are some of the bigger homes over here. So with that HOA, and again, it does vary from one village to the next, but you have 24-hour man-gated security, common areas and maintenance, pools, clubhouse amenities, fitness center, tennis courts, and then landscaping of common areas. And then the golf course is optional. If you want to join it, you can, but you don't have to be a member to play there. As I said earlier, I played and I'm not a member. And the evening fee with someone who is a member, I don't know what it is without someone who lives here, but with my friend, it was only $31, like $29 for, evening play after 4 for 9 holes. So not bad, and it's a really nice golf course. By the way, remember I said there was a section that had a gated community? I think it's right down this street. It's the only section that I believe is actually gated to get into. Everything else is open, so you may have a little higher monthly HOA for that community, but what a great shot of the golf course. Look at this. And that's it right there, Bay Hill Village. I believe that's the only section in Winston Trails that has an extra gate to get into. Look how pretty that is. With the water, even some birds out there. By the way, the golf club also has, like I said, the dining room. It's got a pro shop. There's all sorts of gear and clothes and everything. Get there, nice little pro shop. And then it has a gym you can work out, which all that I believe is part of the community, the fitness center and all that. The clubhouse isn't. The clubhouse you can go to, but the golf course isn't part of your HOA. So as I said, that is a semi-private golf course. So if you want to join, you can join. And it's not that expensive. I think they had some total all-inclusive fees of like $2,100 to join. I'll put the information up with a link so you can check it out yourself. But nice golf course, as you can see back here. It's absolutely beautiful out, and everyone's out here on Friday. I wish I was playing right now, but got to make these videos so I can keep you guys updated. But there you go. So there's a tour through one of our neighborhoods here in South Florida. I'll try to do more of these videos for you because I think it gives you a good idea of what the neighborhood looks like. It's kind of hard to go into the homes and tour homes because sellers don't necessarily want me videoing their house because I'm not their agent. Some agents are cool with it, so if I can do that, I'll do it. But at least you get an idea of what the neighborhood looks like. I already told you about the price points and everything. So if you like this neighborhood and you like to be near a golf course and you like a gated community, then give me a call. I'm Paul Lykins with True Floridian Realty. I'm a broker associate. All my contact information is down here on this number or in the About section. And you can schedule a one-on-one with me. We can do a video call or a phone call, whatever you want. and I'm happy to help you, whether it's this community or any other community here in South Florida. It would be my pleasure to help you find your home here in Paradise. And with that, like I always say, wherever you are, get out and enjoy Paradise. I know I am. I'll talk to you next weekend.